Hi guys, for today's video we're going to be taking my logo and putting it up on the wall. I created this light about a month ago and just haven't had the time to edit the video and film the intro and outro, so the quality is gonna shift a bit. Since I built this light, we got a new camera, fixed some audio issues, and I've overall improved the video, so I'm sorry if it sort of just drops through a bit. There are definitely some audio issues in this one. Can't be helped, sorry. But I figured if I'm gonna be filming in this space a whole lot more, I should put my personal spin on it. And since I had so much fun working with resin in the dog bowl video, I thought I just had to use resin for this project. I've made a light based on my logo before, but to be honest, I kind of half-assed it. So this time I thought we'd go the extra mile, use some resin, use some really cool multicolored filament, and just see what we can create. Lucky for me though, because this is my second time around, I've already got most of the model files, so I don't have to mess around with them. So how about let's get into it and I'll show you how I made it. So I'm not expecting this to be a very good looking logo. A very good looking model, sorry. Okay, we've repaired it. It's also really thin and really small. So I think what we want to do is scale it up. I think we'll have it fill up the whole thing if we can. Like, or at least a decent amount. Something like that. I am wondering if I want to make it thicker, but like, it's not a thick logo. So maybe we just print it at this size and see how it turns out. And I think I want to use this filament. I've used it once and it's kind of cool. So I think I want to use it for this and hopefully we have enough to do it. So let's turn it on and go from there, I think. So we need to change over the filament, unload, yep, you need to heat up, I get it. Wait for it to do its thing. Just gonna clean up some stuff in the meantime. I might have accidentally cured some UV resin to the table. Yeah, that came off really easy. Alright, that looks ready to go, unload. Make sure it doesn't flick out everywhere. This is some really ancient PLA that I'm surprised is still working. It's from Inkstation and it's really good, so highly recommend. But we're going to be using the fun filament for this, which is by Sovo. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've used this once as a little test and I rather liked it, so hopefully it does this justice too. So I'm just going to tell the printer to sort of load that. Make sure it's grabbed it before I let go, but that seems good. I'm going to give this a clean. I like to give these a wipe down before every print because there's a lot going on in this space and it always seems to have dust on it every single time. So give that a nice clean and we're ready to hit print. So let's slice this. So it reckons it's going to only take 2 hours and it's going to use 50 grams of filament. So that's pretty good. Do I need a brim for this? I think we won't do a brim because it doesn't seem to want one. I can't remember where you find the brim, but I'm a little scared, so I don't know, hopefully it works. So that's uploading to the printer now, and now we wait. So, yeah, something went wrong. Not sure what caused it, but no, I think I'll redo it with a brim this time, I guess. I don't see how else I can fix this. Okay, so I found the problem completely by accident. It turns out that some of these parts are sort of hovering, which is not good. So what we might try and do is, I wonder if we can just take this and flip it. If I just have a look. Okay, there's like only one spot where it's doing it. Or two. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I guess I could split it like really low. I'm trying to use a trackpad, just bear with me. Oh god. We're gonna not keep the lower part. We're just trying to slice everything ever so slightly so that it's all flat. Okay, so that worked. And then we have a brim. Might make the brim a little bigger. I think that'll work. I'll check it on again and see if it fails. So yeah. Alright, print. I even jump scared myself then while editing. Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. So apparently there's a few ways to DIY mold release. You can use hairspray, castor oil, vegetable oil, and petroleum jelly. So I think what I'm going to do is put down a layer of baking paper, some sort of DIY mold release on top, probably hairspray. Find a way to adhere this onto the baking paper, and then we can put resin in all the spots. Hopefully it works. So I kind of want to use hot glue, but I'm worried it's going to melt the film. So I'm going to think of something else. Let's hope this looks nice and clean. Give it a spray of our DIY mold release. I don't know how much we've got to use. It's fine. And I could put it this way up, which could be pretty, but I kind of like how this looks more. We're gonna do it that way. So where's our dodgy end? Okay, there's the dodgy end. Just need to focus on that one. Now, how are we gonna get this to stick and stay down and not leak? I feel like I have to use hot glue. Maybe we try it and see what happens. Hot enough now? So, moment of truth, I feel like we try it on the dodgy one first. So I'm just gonna run a line on all the edges. Really hope this is melting. It doesn't look like it is. It definitely could be. I've currently got this set up on the floor because working on the legs for the dog bowl table here, and that bench is a mess. I think we need to clean that mess up because I can't leave this here for 24 hours. We're either run over it during gym or the dog's gonna just pounce on it. So let's clean up this mess real quick. Oh god. Okay, hopefully Blue doesn't walk while I'm moving. Good. I think that's okay. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna glove up and get some, I'm running close. Get some more cups for the resin. I should probably do a test, but I'm not going to. We're gonna go with the flow on this one. If it fails, we'll just try something on top of it or start from scratch. So, for this one, we're gonna be using Pearl X, Pearl White. I haven't used it on its own before. I've used it in a galaxy to sort of add some nice little striations and such. Haven't used it on its own. So this will be interesting. We're gonna do the same technique as before. So we know, if you've seen the other video, so we know that we need 2 parts of this for every 1 part of this, and we're using Crystal Cast by Aldex Molds. This stuff goes really clear. I did consider using it just clear, but then the lighting wouldn't work. I don't think we're gonna need much of this. So we're just gonna do a little bit first, and that's gonna help us mix it faster anyway. Again, I've just made the same mistake I made on the last video. I probably should have warmed these up first, but it's supposed to be hot today, so maybe it'll be okay. I also find, like, sometimes you'll need to do exact measurements. I find this resin is okay with eyeballing it, which feels like it shouldn't be, but this needs to work. And now we can grab the hardener. Hardener comes out a lot faster, it's a lot thinner. Mix it up, make sure there's no striations. You can maybe see with the lighting. Probably not. It's not great lighting for you guys. You know what? I can fix that. There we go. That'll be better. Don't know if you can see, but there'll be little lines and wisps in there that we need to get rid of. And then I'll add in the Pearl White. This has a working time of about 40 minutes, so we've got plenty of time. It's funny, it's been such a while since I've worked with resin. And now I'm doing 2 projects in a row with it. It's pretty good. I like that. Just making sure the spoon is nice and clean because we don't want to get any black in this. Definitely do this in a well ventilated area. It's nasty stuff. We're gonna do, I think we're gonna do a decent amount of this because we want it to be pretty frosted, pretty opaque. This might give it a bit of a metallic sheen too, which I think is pretty, but some people may not know. I'm gonna start in the middle because I suspect it's gonna spread out because I've only sealed up the edges. And see what we've got. So I think we'll just, yep. Okay, we can probably pour it okay. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error to see, oop, how much. We're gonna wipe it off if it goes on hot. I feel like I might need to move some of the resin. Got too much in some areas. Kind of wondering if I can just, do this now. And then go back and set it up. This may be a mistake. Yeah, we're gonna need more resin. That looks cool though, I like that. Definitely the right amount. Let's see if we can do it again with the right amount, which is a little trickier. Alright, looking good. Let's go. And about the same consistency as well. Excellent. That one. Push over. trying to like spread it into the segments that need more. It's actually not spreading into the different compartments, which I'm surprised at, but it would. Just makes it a little bit harder to get everything to the same sort of level. So like this one needs way more. I actually thought that this corner was going to leak, which it looks like it might have. We're about 19 minutes too, and it says a working time of about 40 minutes. Well, we got time. This tape's not very good. Maybe it's the hairspray. Acts as a tape repellent. Could be acting as a hot glue repellent too, actually. Are you ready yet, hot glue? Okay, not really, but we'll go for it. So I'm going to stick there. And we're just going to build up this area. Make a dam, essentially. And the same with over here, so it's leaking over here. I'm not too stressed about this because it's so slow moving that I think as long as I just check back in every now and then, I'm going to seep out enough to cause problems. It could, because it's definitely leaking out, but there may still be enough by the time we're done that it's not an issue. I think because, just in case you want to do this yourself, I think because we did the hairspray everywhere, and then we put it down and tried to stick it down, I think the hairspray is repelling the hot glue. So I think if I was going to do it again, I'd probably glue everything in place and then hairspray, which may mean that the resin might not stick to these little areas enough. So you win some, you lose some there. No, I guess we'll just leave it and see what happens. So it's the next day, and I've been letting this sit overnight. It's probably still got another 3 hours to go with curing. But I thought, you know what? I will get it out now. Alright, well, mold release and the baking paper works a charm. Wow, check out the base. That's cool. The only thing is, I'm struggling to get the hot glue off. Is this a look? Do we leave the hot glue on? Oh, here we go. Maybe it'd be better off, like, cutting it off. I'll think about it. Alright, I'm back. Considering any resin that's here is not going to look super professional because it's going to be, like, all over the place, I think we just trim it off. Alright, well, we can at least get nice clean edges on the points, but unless I sort of do like a cat ear thing, I don't know what you'd call this cut, where you just keep cutting like that. Oh, actually, that's not too bad to do. I didn't think I'd get a clean cut from doing this, but this is actually alright. It's slow though. Oh! Okay, I cut into the filament. That's alright. We'll just be careful of doing that. I'm quite happy with that. Pretty good. Put a little light behind it. That's pretty good. So I ended up printing out this like circle shape, like a little slit in it. And we're going to use this to wrap the LEDs around it. So for this project, I found these lights on Amazon. Haven't tried this brand before, but I've heard good things about them. They're also smart lights, which is good, because we do love a smart system. And I've created this circle with a slit in it so that it's going to sit like perfectly behind this inner ring. And we're going to layer it with LEDs on both sides. So hopefully that stops any shadows from forming. We'll see. Now, this LED strip is way too long. It's 5 meters. We're not going to use all. I don't want to cut it though. So I'm thinking what we'll do is wrap it around this, and then wherever I'm gonna hang this, I'll just lay out the rest of the LEDs. Because I don't really want to waste them. So that's the plan. I don't know how well it'll work. The other option is we could probably do like 2 wraps of LEDs too, which maybe we'll do that too. So I want to do this in a way that's going to be as nice as possible for keeping the LEDs together and not snapping them. So maybe we will, I don't know, we'll see. This has got adhesives on it already. So I'm literally just undoing the backing and gluing this on. I'm noticing that the LEDs are really spread out. Hopefully that's not a problem. And I also feel like I need to have like a soft way of wrapping it back. I don't know, what can we use? Because I don't want to snap them. But I think I have a choice. I think I just have to, oh, please don't break. We'll try to be we'll give them as much leeway as possible. Yeah, like that. Cool. So we'll do the inside now. Oh my god, there's so much of this stuff. See, I usually use the Tapo lights or the Lift-X lights, although the Lift-X ones are a bit expensive nowadays. I've heard good things about Philips Hue, haven't used them. But definitely heard good things about them. Oh god. But these were really cheap. And, like, I don't really want to use super expensive, you know, like $80, $70 lights for a project. I don't know, that just seems silly to me. When the $30 lights will do just as well. So I think we may as well do 2 rows of this. Oh god. So let's see if we can just really gently go on to the next row. I'm really worried that a wire is going to snap. Especially that connection point actually, so we might put some tape there, some glue. If I put this together and it doesn't work, oh. It's very sad. Still a bit of a brim on this. I tried taking it off and it was annoying me, and then I realized that it might actually help in adhering this to the star. So I've left it on for now. Oh, it's getting stuck on things I don't want it to get stuck on. Oh god. I usually don't use the adhesive that comes with it. I'll just like glue tack it into place or use command strips. Because that way I can move them later if I want to. But this is purposely bought for this purpose. Words are hard. So I want this to stay here. Oh, that's it. Okay. That was the double. So let's put that back on. And we're going to cut that there. So this is all extra. But yeah, it was 5 meters, so it's going to be a lot of extra. Do I glue it on first and then test it? Oh, I should probably test it first. Alright, let's test it first. Let's plug this in. Probably should have read the instructions first. Alright, that looks good. It's promising. Not very bright, are they? So there's an app we're supposed to use, so I'm gonna steal my phone for a second. So I was looking at this. This is just, I haven't done it in the app yet, just turning on this light. And while it's lighting up the inside really well, I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but the outside's not great. So I'm debating doing another outside edge, like what we did with this circle. It's, I'm not sure. That's a lot of extra effort to light up some points. I feel like I should though. I'm gonna see how hard it is to model it and go from there. For reference, this is how I made the circle. Literally just made Tinkercad. Now we're gonna see if we can get the outline working. I know how big the actual one is, but I don't have the original because the computer shut down while I was working on it. I think I measured that wrong. Hang on. That looks right. I don't know if I have enough filament for this. I was using a transparent filament with the hope that it would shine nicer. I don't know if I have enough. This model's not very level. Hang on. Also, we need to fix it. Look at that. Fix model, please. 20 millimeters. Okay, cool. That should be flat. So, I do want a brim. Good. How much? I don't think I have that much. So, of the translucent filament, I've got like pennies left. There is another roll, but it's about the same amount. I don't feel like 2 lots of that will be enough. So my options are I can do it in white, or I can do it in the colored filament I was using before. Looking at the piece, you don't really see the filament. I think it would have made more of a difference if I didn't do the 2 layers of LEDs, because I got 2 layers, like you can't even see the filament. So I guess I'll just use white because I have plenty of it. Yep, let's do that. I need to put a slit in it. We might do that afterwards. I think I can cut through this okay. It doesn't really have infill, so we should be able to just cut through it. And this is going to take like 3 hours. So now I have to wait. Okay. So while I'm waiting for the stuff to print, I did some digging, and I thought I got the Wi-Fi version, and apparently I only got the Bluetooth version, which kind of sucks and explains why it was only 30 bucks. But that being said, I think that's okay, because it looks like it's going to retain its state, and honestly, I'm just going to have probably this color anyway. You can do like cute little scenes like auroras and stuff, but I just wanted this to light up, so this is fine. I am wondering if I can set it on like a timer, or if I have to just turn it on manually each time. Oh, actually, you know what? I have a spare smart plug sitting around that's been waiting for a use. I might be able to use it on these, and that way we can just have it like turn on at certain times, or with a command, or if I get some sort of motion sensor, even just if someone enters the garage. So I'll see if that works. I'll plug that in now and see if it's compatible. So this is what it is. These are great, but not all lights will work with them. It only works with lights that remember their last state. And not all the cheap ones do. You basically need a light that even if you switched it off at the power point and switched it back on, it would turn on. Whereas some of the lights, it's like once you switch them off at the power point, they reset and they just don't remember. So this is what it looks like. And we'll just plug it in, plug this in on top of it, and see if it works. Looks like it's going to remember its state. Now I just need... Okay, it like took over my phone for a QR code. I'm going to set that up and then we'll come back and see if it works. So this is all plugged in, set up, it works. I don't know if I can demonstrate this while filming from my phone. I'm going to start using a new camera for my videos, which you may have already seen. As soon as the SD cards arrive, I'll use that, but to test it, I suppose. Okay, Google. Turn off the Resin logo light. Okay, Google. I'm going to give that an easier name to say, but you can see it sort of cycles and tries to remember what its last thing was, but it works back on the original state that I put it to, so this will work. Bit of a weird way to do it, but yeah, I thought I bought the Wi-Fi ones and I didn't. I only bought the Bluetooth ones. But still cool, and definitely saved me some money considering I already had this lying around. Now we just have to wait for this to finish printing and we can assemble it. You can see it's already stuffing up in that same spot. I think it's a leveling issue, not sure, but I couldn't be bothered fixing it for this, so hopefully it's good enough for what I need it for. Alright, this is now all done and ready to go. Didn't actually fail on the point this time, which is good. So once I'm done taking off as much of this as I can, I think we'll super glue it all up and then put on the final bits of the LEDs. Do you need to put a slit somewhere in this to thread the wires through properly? Not sure where yet. Okay. So my design, never like made it properly squared off and such, so we have to find the right orientation. I guess that way. So we'll glue that on like that, and we'll glue on the center. If we put the center on, okay Google, turn on the Resin logo light. We do need to do the inside. Do we need to do the outside? Not sure. I feel like we could just do something like this. At this rate, I feel like I would have had better luck with scissors. Yeah, just about. There we go. Alright. So let's glue this one on first, because it's going to be the easier one to do, I think. And then we'll glue on the circle. So I'm going to try and put it at like every point. Hopefully I have enough super glue. I will. Hopefully it doesn't dry before I do all this. Oh god. Quick! Hopefully I don't get this all over my fingers. I don't know how well this is going to go. Doesn't seem to be sticking. Is it just not flat enough to do it? Is the baking paper stopping it from sticking? Well, at least the pattern of the baking paper? Let's try with some hot glue. I'm kind of just like making some temporary things to get this super glue to stick eventually. I think that's kind of worked. Not sure. Might just need to wait a while. And then looking at this, so the very least we need this to stick like there. So we have the outlet. I need to look at gluing this down. Which should follow that circle pattern. Need a bit of hot glue to keep it in place. Come on. And then start here. I was going to start in that lower point, but we'll start it here. And we will slowly wrap this around the inside. Oh god, all these like little pointy spots are tricky. Guess I can't go all the way to the points. Oh well. Okay, I need to put the super glue cap back on. How do I get this to go where I need it to? It's so sticky. Ugh. Turn that off for now. Based on how we did this, we've still got like a couple of meters left. But let's have a look how it looks. Okay, Google. Turn the Resin logo light on. That's better. Oh wow. Yeah, that's much better. Cool. Kind of hard to see on the camera. So I think I'm gonna find a spot to hang this up and then like put the rest of the LEDs in the space. Because I'm basically thinking of putting it either there or there. I think it's probably gonna look nicer there. So hang it up there, have the cord somewhere, but then have the lights just going straight across. I think would be nice. Let me see if I can set that up now. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a blast making this. I think it turned out so much better than I thought it was. Overall, I hope it adds a nice personal touch to this setup in the garage. And I don't hate the lighting either. I think I might eventually add some sort of diffusing strip to these LEDs sitting up here, just to make them look a little bit more built in and professional, but for now they do the job. As a side note, I did consider using the leftover strip to wrap around the outside of the light, just to have it all as one package rather than the strip running across. But I kind of like the lighting that it's adding to the space, so for now we're gonna leave it, but in the future maybe I'll put a separate strip up there and put the excess around the light. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. I'm attempting to release videos every Friday as I used to. This is a little tricky while working full-time and streaming and doing all of this crazy stuff. So there's a chance I'll skip a week or two here and there, but for now I'm being pretty consistent. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!